Hello, everyone. This is C4 Sports Report for the Week 5 of the NFL season, and I'm C4, your host. As you can see, I'm on location here at the Sound in Seattle, and yes, life is good. And as you can also see, I like to enjoy it. Well, this week was one of clarity. Taking injuries out of the conversation, the cream is starting to rise to the top. The Falcons seem to be a relevant team. Kirk Cousins gives them veteran leadership, along with the ability to make effective decisions on the field. Their win over the Buccaneers was impressive. In other news, the Jets fired their coach after the loss to the Vikings. The problem is, Aaron Rodgers doesn't have the prerequisite weapons to make the Jets a formidable opponent in the NFL. The Jets are in need of a viable number one receiver. The call to the Raiders for Davante Adams should have been the first call they made after firing the coach, and they should not hang up the phone without a deal. The Vikings are starting to scare me. As a Bears fan, I don't know what to think of the Vikings, but I would like to thank them for their win versus the Packers last week. The Vikings seem to be a very solid team, though. In other news, the Ravens slid right past the Bengals, real slick-like. What I've noticed is that Ohio NFL teams don't like to pay their top-notch talent. Once their complimentary players come up for new contracts, they just let them get away. The Bengals defense is suspect. Joe Burrow is trying his hardest, but the defense is missing the necessary players that it needs to stop the opposition. The Ravens, on the other hand, they seem to be hitting their stride. They are currently making do with tough defense and a consistent running game. The Jags and the Colts was a game between bad and worse. Please don't ask me who was who. And the Patriots, are they that bad that they would lose to the quarterbackless Dolphins at home? The Commanders are almost as impressive as the Vikings. What the heck is going on? This kid Jayden Daniels is playing outstanding. The defense is aggressive. Plus, the offensive coordinator seems to understand his quarterback and calls plays to help his quarterback's maturity. The Texans won another nail-biter versus the Bills, and in my opinion, Stefon Diggs and Josh Allen miss each other. Stefon Diggs, he missed being the number one receiver, and Josh Allen misses having a relevant number one receiver. The Broncos and the Raiders was another bad versus worst matchup in which the Broncos prevailed. The Cardinals topped the injured 49ers, and the Rams, who also have a long injury list, allowed my nemesis, the Packers, to escape with the victory. The Giants somehow beat the tough Seahawks, and the Cowboys used their inner courage and tenacity to reach down deep to beat the vaunted Steelers. Justin Fields, a former Bear, he played well. But the Steelers' offensive line is not playing like the Steelers' offensive line of old. At the same time, the Cowboys, mainly my guy Dak the Mac Prescott, really impressed me. He played through complimentary players to walk away with the victory. The Chiefs, they finally had a dominant showing by keeping the Saints from marching in. The Saints marched out of the stadium with a loss and an injured quarterback. The teams that didn't play this week have a chance to get healthy. Now let's get to my Bears. They had a big win versus the struggling Panthers. Despite who the competition was, it was an impressive victory for a team trying to find its identity. Caleb had multiple touchdowns, and the defense only gave up 10 points. Hopefully we can build on that victory and carry that winner's mentality for some weeks to come. The next game is in London against the Jaguars. Join me next time when I'll analyze the next week in this year's NFL season. Till then, enjoy the games. And remember to not only like this cast, but to leave your comments so that I may answer any question that you may have during the cast. Giving you the pub that you deserve. C4 Sports, where we blow up together.